I have returned. Let's do this. To the game screen. We're continuing this lesson here. Here's the extension to the level. Now, we can get the building our final and most expensive, namely a rotating foe. To the program screen. First, let's copy this object here. Next, we'll need the last boss, so we need to make it bigger here. So, next we need to open up this the fancy object on setting screen. Under rotation, change the value of y-axis to 0. Under properties, enable movable. Alright. Let's get a first look at our mighty boss. It is an enormous alien. Looking good, right? Just to take it for the last boss, right? Okay, we'll need to check if it can be destroyed with projectiles. Press E try so we can test it out. Fire off some projectiles to destroy the big alien. Awesome, that explosion was big too. It's not complete yet though, remember, it's going to be a rotating boss of doom. To the program screen, let's get this monstrosity spinning around and around. Aliens generally can't rotate themselves. We'll need the help of rotating object nodon that we met in the last step. Go to Objects, Special Objects, Rotating Objects, Box, then we'll call a rotating object nodon. Yep, go to Special Characters, Rotating Objects, Box. Tra-la-la, how lovely to trip the light. Fantastic. With you again, Dry Crunch. Yep, open up the rotating object nodon settings. Under properties, enable movable only. Close the screen. Tra-la-la, you made me invisible. Love it. Perhaps you can't see me, but I'll be spinning around. Okay, like before, we'll need to apply a signal to have the object rotate. Call up a constant nodon for that. Input, constant, and call up the constant nodon. Open up constant settings screen. Put an input. Set the output value to 0.30. And great, we can close settings screen for that. Yes, 0.30. The value is 0.30 and shall never change. So we need to connect the constant nodon to the z-axis port of the rotating object nodon. Oh, you bid me to spin and I shall spin. Tra-la-la-la. Okay, now connect the fancy object nodon to the rotating nodon. Like so. Dancing forever in the void of space, of romantic destiny indeed. There. That should have our big alien rotating now. Okay, let's check it out on the game screen. And it's spinning! Can't complain about it, such an benefit. With that, the last boss, a rotating enemy, is complete. Ah, starting to spin, the alien's making enough to I spin too. Back to the programming screen. Now I do declare, Step 7 is complete. Yup, pretty good stuff. Lovely stuff. A marvelous time we've had. Excellent as ever. Our mighty, terrible, and colossal boss is complete. Our fearsome, giant, rotating enemy. We've connected a fancy object nodon to an invisible rotating object nodon. By doing that, we discovered how to rotate objects that cannot rotate themselves. In the next step, we're going to complete the experience by building a final endpoint to the level. See you in the next step. Learning the latest trends with fancy object nodon. Okay. And you know me, we always do the lessons in Alice's Guide. Let's do that. Learning the latest trends with fancy object nodon. Hi there. That sure is a tuna, huh? Try moving it from side to side with L. See? The tuna moved. This tuna is actually a fancy object, so it usually can't be moved. This time around, I'm going to show you how to make it so that you can move fancy objects. First, let's head to the program screen. Oh, hello there, Dry Crunch. Today, we're going to give you the latest on fancy objects. Tuna are all the rage right now, aren't they dazzling? Those scales. These beautiful fish spend most of their lives in motion. That's why a tuna is the perfect fancy object for us to make move today. The secret to making the tuna move is to connect me to a moving object node-on. That's my cue. I'm a moving object node-on. I hope you're feeling limber and ready to play, Dry Crunch. In any case, I received input from the stick node-on to my left. That's right. Totally, I output the right to the left movements for the left stick. And I get that input from the stick node-on and use it to move the object on screen right or left. Visible is currently disabled in my properties, so you can't actually see me move on the game screen at all. And you can trust that I'm bursting with energy and moving left and right with my might. Don't forget me, I'm connected to the moving object node-on too. That means the tuna's tight with the moving object node-on and moves when the node-on does. Me and the tuna have been trading together. It's going swimmingly. We're so in tuna with each other. The way we get along is uncanny. In any case, Dry Crunch, if you want to see what's really making the tuna move, all you need to do is enable visible in my properties. Right, select the moving object node-on and open its settings. Then enable visible in the properties. That's all. You can close the settings now. Let's pop over to the game screen to see if anything's changed. You should now be able to see a box over the tuna. That's the object moving node-on at work. Try tilting it to move the tuna again. See? The box and the tuna move together. What you're actually moving when you tilt the left stick left and right is the moving object node-on. The tuna is connected to the moving object node-on, so the two move together. So you're not really moving the tuna itself at all, at least not directly. Let's head back to the program screen now. Did you see the tuna moving together with the moving object node-on? The tuna and the moving object node-on is in perfect harmony. Bah! It's just so beautiful. Well, I'm well moved. I've never seen a box and a fish so in tuna with each other. In any case, you can move all sorts of fancy objects as long as they're stuck to a moving object node-on. Why don't we try out a different fancy object now? Ooh, what'll it be? Ta-da! If you want to see the new fancy object in all its glory, you have to look in the game screen. But that's not all. We've also welcomed a lovely up and down stick node-on. Hello, dear. Hello, I keep track of up and down movements for the L stick. This time, try moving the fancy object forward and backward instead of left to right. Before you can do that, though, you'll need to connect me with the moving object node-on. Take it away, Dry Crunch. That's your cue. Connect the fancy object node-on to the moving object node-on. Whoa, time to move. Yes, let's try it out on the game screen. A sumo wrestler? That was unexpected. Anyway, try tilting forward, up and down a little bit. See that? The sumo wrestler moved. It doesn't look quite like he's walking, more like wiggling. Ahem. That's how you make a fancy object movable, by connecting it to a moving object node-on. Let's pop back to the program screen, shall we? Did you see that sumo wrestler move? Didn't he just ooze power? I bet he's a champion. How fancy! Still can't get that stunning tuna out of my head, though. If only we could see it swimming wild and free. So beautiful, so majestic. Oh, I feel another change coming on. Hello there, UFO Nodon love. Hello there. I fly around in the air, light as can be. If you connect the tuna, fancy object Nodon, that's me, to the UFO Nodon, that should be able to make the tuna that swims in the air talk about a wow factor. And with that, we'll continue this lesson in the next video. I'll see you all later. Peace, stay crispy, guys. Bye.